On the last part, Vegeta is pissed off. He had went with Bulma to gather the Dragon Balls using the Dragon Radar. However, while he was gathering the Dragon Balls, Nappa was successfully killed by Goku. And just like that, Piccolo was allowed to fuse with Kami, forming the super powerful Namekian warrior. However, just like that, the Dragon Balls were rendered useless due to Kami now being dead. So now Piccolo, a newly powered up Piccolo, faces off against Vegeta. Piccolo is pretty confident. So in terms of power scaling here, we look to Saiyan Scholar's video done on December 18th of 2021. So from Saiyan Scholar's video, we note that Piccolo's power level will have a 3.8 times boost. So this allows Piccolo to go from 3,500 to 14,000 in this version of events. Even if this is a bit of a low ball, let's say Piccolo is around 20,000. However, he's facing off against a Vegeta who has been training like hell his entire life to surpass Frieza. However, Vegeta with a power level of over 100,000, the gap in power was just too immense, and even with a newly powered up Piccolo, the Z Fighters were no match for Vegeta at all. Vegeta, seeing no use for planet Earth any longer, decides to destroy it with a Gallic gun before escaping his space pod. Or Z Fighters were doomed to die as Earth explodes. However, Vegeta knew that he wasn't done just yet. He knew where to go next. This was none other than Planet Namek, where he could probably find another set of Dragon Balls. However, unbeknownst to Vegeta, the Z Fighters weren't idling either. In the other world, they were meeting King Yama to get his approval to go to the Snake Way and start training on King Kai's planet. How the Z Fighters go on from here? Well, we'll see. So on Planet Namek, Vegeta finally arrives, and he arrives to feel the power signatures of Frieza and his henchmen, actually losing one of the Namekian villagers. This is none other than Dende's village. And unfortunately for Dende, since Krillin and Gohan aren't here in this canon of events, Dende is killed sadly. However, this also means that Dodario isn't killed so early as well. This is because Dodario is actually killed by Vegeta when he ventured away from the group to chase Krillin and Gohan. So Vegeta decides to do his own looting as well, as he travels across to many other Namekian villages to loot the Dragon Balls. As we all remember, one of the elders in the Namekian villages managed to destroy all the scouters that Frieza owned at that point in time. So Dodario, Zarbon and the rest of the gang could not sense Vegeta as he pummeled all the Namekians around the villages, obtaining many Dragon Balls in the process. However, Frieza, even without scouters, isn't really satisfied, so he still sends Dodario and Zarbon away to try to find the Namekian villages and gather the Dragon Balls. Now Vegeta and Frieza are head to head as they both try to gather all 7 Dragon Balls to make their wish. Who will win this race? Will it be Vegeta or will it be Frieza? Well, these are questions we'll answer today on Dragon Ball Z. Immediately, Vegeta could sense that Dodario and Zarbon were flying away from Frieza. Deciding to put the search of the Dragon Balls temporarily on hold, Vegeta slowly follows Dodario and Zarbon. Dodario and Zarbon don't have their scouters, he had no idea that anyone is actually following them. And Vegeta continues his silent and quick pursuit. As soon as they were far enough distance away from Frieza, Vegeta decides to unleash his full power, immediately launching a huge ki blast toward Dodario and Zarbon. Dodario and Zarbon didn't even see Vegeta coming. They couldn't sense ki, and just like that, they were caught off guard as they were both eliminated. Vegeta knew that if Frieza got his hands on him, he would be dead, so he immediately flees the scene. So we move over to King Kai's planet. King Kai is actually mentally communicating with Grand Elder Guru. Grand Elder Guru knows of the desperate situation on Namek, how his villagers were all getting slaughtered and massacred by Vegeta as well as the Frieza army. So he does what any smart person would do, and he tells Neo to hide the 1-star Dragon Ball that they currently have in their possession. Just like that, even if Vegeta finds them, even if Frieza finds them, well, they wouldn't be able to get all 7 Dragon Balls and get their wish. So being unable to communicate with Zarbon and Dodario, and seeing that Dodario and Zarbon weren't returning, Frieza decides to call for the Ginyu Force as well as their collection of Scouters. They're gonna need that to win this race. So, as usual, the Ginyu Force arrives on the planet, and Vegeta could sense their energy slowly descending upon the planet. Vegeta decides to lay an ambush as he feels the Ginyu Force flying away from Frieza's ship. Once they were far enough distance away, Vegeta decides this was his time. This is his time to finally get rid of the thorn in his side. This is none other than the Ginyu Force. So Vegeta immediately powers up to his maximum and launches a huge destructive wave of energy towards the Ginyu Force. Vegeta on Earth, he was around 120,000 battle power, which was able to eliminate all the Ginyu Force except for Ginyu himself. However, he's been training, he's been getting injured, he's been getting Zenkai boost, so at this point, his power has far exceeded what it was on Earth. And just like that, he was able to fully eliminate the Ginyu Force. Frieza could sense all of this happening, and he knew that Vegeta was a force to be reckoned with. As usual, Vegeta immediately flees from the scene before Frieza can get his hands on him, and Frieza was pissed. Frieza knew not to underestimate Vegeta. He knew that Vegeta had almost all the Dragon Balls, or maybe even get all the Dragon Balls at this point. So he immediately uses the Scouter to pinpoint the power levels of the next Namekian village and flew there immediately. What he was met with was the sight of Neo. Frieza demands to know where the Dragon Ball was. However, Neo tells Frieza that he will have to defeat him in a fight in order for him to divulge the location. Of course, Neo had actually no intention to divulge the location at all. However, he wanted to get Frieza away from here. Frieza was a threat to his Grand Elder Guru. As usual, Frieza just completely massacres Neo during this fight. Neo is no match for Frieza. However, what Neo was doing was providing a distraction. Vegeta immediately creeps over to where Grand Elder Guru was. Looking behind, he could see the fight happening. However, he knew he had to make haste. He demands Grand Elder Guru to tell him where the last Dragon Ball was. Glancing at the fight between Frieza and Neo, Guru knew that Neo could not hold off Frieza much longer. So suddenly, he came up with an excellent idea. He tells Vegeta that he will give Vegeta the last Dragon Ball. However, it was on one condition. Porunga could grant the 3 wishes, and the Grand Elder Guru will have the first 2 wishes, while Vegeta will have the last wish. Vegeta begrudgingly agrees to Grand Elder Guru's condition. After all, he had no other way to know where the last Dragon Ball was, and after all, killing Grand Elder Guru would basically mean destroying the Dragon Balls as well, so he obviously couldn't do that. So, Grand Elder Guru picks up the last Dragon Ball and hands it over to Vegeta. Vegeta leads Grand Elder Guru over to the area where the Dragon Balls he had hidden were located, and Grand Elder Guru wishes upon Porunga. Porunga appears, and the entire sky turns dark. Frieza immediately turns his head towards Porunga. You can see Porunga. However, Porunga is so far away. Could he make it there in time? Frieza immediately rushes away, leaving Neo almost dead but still alive on the ground. Grand Elder Guru decides to start making his wishes. The first wish, reviving Piccolo and bringing him to Namek. The second wish, fusing Piccolo with all of the Namekians on planet Namek currently. This was a plan that he had discussed with King Kai in depth, and Piccolo had consented to his plan. This was the only way he could save his home planet, aka Planet Namek. Unfortunately, just like what had happened on Earth, Guru fusing into Neo is similar to what had happened with Kami fusing into Piccolo. So, just like that, the Dragon Balls were rendered useless once again, and Vegeta is once again pissed off at himself. He had gotten scammed twice. This is just recurring to act, and Vegeta is even more angry. However, Frieza is even more pissed off. He didn't really have a very good temper, so Frieza immediately starts to power up in front of Vegeta, intending to massacre and kill Vegeta. Piccolo decides to rush over to the increasing power signature right away. As he looks at Vegeta, Vegeta begrudgingly knows that Piccolo was stronger than him right now. So he tells Piccolo that they have to team up in order to defeat Frieza. And Frieza immediately showcases his monstrosity by transforming into his second form. And Vegeta and Piccolo now face off against Frieza's second form. Will they be able to defeat Frieza, or will Frieza massacre them both? How much of a power boost did Piccolo get? Well, these are questions we'll answer in the next part on Dragon Ball Z.